Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on November 4, 2023. Daily podcast, What's Russia doing when the world is not looking? Israeli strikes on Gaza are disproportionate, says Michal Martin. BBC, Ian Paisley slams outrageous Leo Varadkar comments on Israel. Belfast Telegraph, Israel's targeting of Gaza refugee camps absolutely unacceptable, Irish minister. Anadolu Agency, English, editorial, the Middle East war is now a new political wedge in Northern Ireland. Belfast Newsletter, Irish president calls for independent verification of facts in Israel-Hamas conflict. AI can teach us a lot, scientists say cats' expressions richer than imagined and aim to translate them. The Guardian, cats use nearly 300 unique facial expressions to communicate, new study shows. USA Today, Gravitas, cats, masters of facial expression communication, WIAON. WIAON, cats have nearly 300 facial expressions. Can we finally understand them? The Indian Express, cats have 276 different facial expressions, study finds. 4 weeks on, horror lingers in Israel's silent kibbutzim. The Guardian, in Rahat, a Bedouin community mourns its October 7th losses away from the public eye. The Times of Israel, between two flames, the Bedouin family that came to embody tragedy and courage on Israel's darkest day. Maine shooting updates, Biden tells Lewiston you are not alone. The Independent, Lewiston attack, Biden in Maine to meet families after mass shooting. BBC, Biden visit after mass shooting means the country is with us, Lewiston mayor says. MSNBC, Biden tells Lewiston you are not alone as he pays respects to mass shooting victims. The Independent, Lewiston mayor after shooting, our collective strength is greater than any number of bullets. Netanyahu rejects Gaza ceasefire as Hezbollah warns of wider war, live. The Independent, crowds in Beirut cheer as Hezbollah leader taunts Israel in speech. Guardian News, what is Hezbollah in Lebanon and will it go to war with Israel? BBC, Hezbollah leader says Hamas attacks on Israel were 100% Palestinian, BBC News. Russia-Ukraine war live, EU vows to stand by Kyiv amid reports European and US officials discuss possible peace terms. The Guardian, at least 9 wounded in Russian attacks across Ukraine. European Commission head visits Kyiv. The Independent, EU Commission chief visits Kyiv as Ukraine reports at least 14 civilians wounded in latest Russian strikes. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, Zelensky hosts EU official von der Leyen as Russian attacks wound at least 14 people in Ukraine. ABC News, Putin's assault in Donbas flounders as EU vows to stand by Kyiv, live. Israeli jets hit Lebanon as Hezbollah fires more powerful missile. Reuters, Israel's military and Hezbollah exchange fire along the tense Lebanon-Israel border. The Independent, IDF carries out airstrikes on Hezbollah positions after rocket fire. The Times of Israel, Israel-Lebanon border tensions, concerns conflict may develop into regional conflict. Al Jazeera English, Israel strikes Hezbollah's terrorist cells, post after cross-border fire. Israel-Hamas war, average person in Gaza living on 2 pieces of bread per day, UN says. Sky News, flatbread for thousands, how a war-torn Gaza bakery is fighting hunger. Financial Times, UN officials says the average Gazan is living on 2 pieces of bread a day, and people need water. The Independent, water supplies critical as Gazans living on 2 pieces of bread per day, says UN. Hampstead Highgate Express, the UN, more than half of Gaza's population uprooted from their homes. More than 150 dead as massive earthquake jolts western Nepal. The Independent, video shows aftermath of Nepal earthquake that killed dozens. NBC News, Nepal earthquake kills at least 128 people. Evening Standard, a glance at some of Nepal's deadliest earthquakes. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.